Today, we're starting a brand new series on how to drive from scratch. If you've never driven a car before or need a refresher on the basics, you're in the right place. I'll guide you step by step, so let's get started right away with everything that you should do before even starting the engine. These foundational steps are essential for safety and comfort, but let's be real, it's essential for those who wants to get their driver's license and wants to get out there on the street. So let's dive in and begin with lesson 1. First, let's get comfortable in the driver's seat. Adjust the seat to where you can easily reach the pedals without stretching. For most cars, you'll find the seat adjustment lever under the seat or on the side. Slide forward or backward and adjust the height until you feel it's just right for you. You should be able to press both of the gas and brake comfortably without straining. Now, check your arm position. When you hold the wheel, your arms should have a slight bend at the elbows and not fully extended. Next, let's adjust the mirrors. Start with the rear view mirror. You should have a clear view directly behind you, showing as much of the rear window as possible. For the side mirrors, adjust them outward, just enough so you can see a sliver of your own car, along with a wide view of the road. This setup reduces blind spots and gives you a better sense of cars approaching from behind. It might feel strange at first, but with practice, the setup will feel natural. Now buckle up, cause this, even though may seem basic, wearing a seatbelt is crucial and wearing it properly, essential. The seatbelt should always sit across your shoulder and chest, not across your neck. Adjust the height if your car has a seatbelt height adjuster. This is for safety. In an emergency, a well-positioned seatbelt can make a big difference. Also, take a quick look at where your airbags are in your car. Typically, there's one in the steering wheel and sometimes on the dashboard in front of the passenger seat.
Real quick, I made the Driving TV Ultimate Guide so you don't waste hours reading boring stuff that you don't even need. This is straight to the point, exactly what they'll test you on. You'll know what to expect on the test day, what maneuvers they want, the requirements, everything. I even packed in 100 real DMV questions and answers. If you want to pass on the first try, grab it now, links in the description.
Understanding the dashboard and controls are another important one. Let's get familiar with the dashboard. This is where you'll find important information about your car. The speedometer, which shows you how fast you're going, super important, and is usually located right in front and center. To the side, you'll see the fuel gauge, showing how much gas is in the tank. It's good to keep an eye on this, especially on longer trips. You might also see warning lights. These lights turn on briefly when you start the car, and it's just to check the systems, but usually they should go away after a few seconds. Now, if they stay on, it might indicate an issue, which you should check out. Also, locate your hazard lights button, usually marked with a red triangle. Hazard lights are used to signal to other drivers if you need to stop unexpectedly, or if you have an issue or an emergency with your car. So it's crucial to know. So let's go over the pedals. In an automatic car, you'll see 2 pedals. The right pedal is the accelerator, which makes the car go faster, and the left pedal is the brake, which slows or stops the car. Use only your right foot for both pedals. Keep your left foot on the floor. This might feel strange if you're used to walking or using both feet, but using only your right foot helps avoid accidental pressing of both pedals at the same time. Now, look at the gear shifter. In most automatic cars, you'll see letters like P, R, N, and D. P is obviously for parking. Hopefully you know this by now, which locks the intermission and is used when you're not driving. R is for reverse, using for backing up, reversing. N is for neutral, which is like a resting position. And D is for drive, which you'll use when you want to go forward. Always make sure the car is parked before you start the engine. Now, talking about starting the engine, it's time to begin and go for the drive. So what you're gonna do is Make sure your foot is on the brake pedal before you start the engine. Insert the key or press the start button if your car has one. Keep your foot pressed on the brake. You'll hear the engine start, and you might notice some lights flash briefly on the dashboard. That's normal. They're just the car's way of checking the systems. After a few seconds, these lights should go off, meaning everything's good to go. Let's take a look at the steering wheel. Some cars let you adjust the wheel's position to fit your comfort. You might find a lever underneath or to the side of the wheel that allows you to tilt or pull the wheel closer to you or further away. Ideally, your hands should be in a comfortable 9 and 3 o'clock position on the wheel. Not only does this help with control, but it's also the safest hand position if the airbag deploys. Next up is parking brake. You'll usually find this either as a lever near the center console or as a pedal on the left side. The parking brake is also called the emergency brake, and it helps secure the car when parked. Before you start driving, make sure it's released. This is especially important if you're parked on a hill or incline, as it keeps the car from rolling. To release it, you usually need to either pull a lever, press a button, or push down a pedal. Remember to engage it again when you park the car. Now let's go over some essential indicators and lights that you'll need while driving. The turn signal lever is usually on the left side of the steering wheel. Push it up to signal a right turn and down for a left turn. Remember to use your signal whenever you're changing lanes or making a turn. It's not only a courtesy to other drivers, but also a requirement by law. Your headlights are another important control. There's usually a switch or a dial on the dashboard. Make sure that you know how to turn on those headlights, high beams, and if you have them, your fog lights. Using the right lights at the right time helps other drivers see you and improves safety. Now, before you're ready to roll, let's do one final check. Make sure the area around your car is clear, especially if you're parked near pedestrians or obstacles. Also, double check that all doors are securely closed. Look around the car to make sure everything is safe. It's always good to take a breath, relax, and make sure that you're comfortable before starting to drive. That is it for part 1 of how to drive from scratch. These foundational steps are the building blocks of safe driving. In part 2, we'll take a step further and actually start moving the car. So do not miss out. You do not want to miss out part 2. I want to thank you before ending this so much for watching this video. And if you found it helpful, remember to subscribe for more driving tutorials to help you get comfortable behind the wheel. With that being said, my friends, I will see you on the next one, and safe driving.